Good afternoon and welcome to the quote-unquote third game or actual third game of the Burrowville Winter Classic Day 2, our second game broadcasting. It's the Ponaganset Chieftains in gray coming up against the North Kingstown Skippers. Both teams 1-0 in the tournament thus far. Good meeting here on play-by-play, Jay Costa, Andrew Fiore production, Tim Soto on camera. Jay, good to be working with you, man. Welcome back.
You know, Tim, I'm expecting a lot from this game. I haven't seen a lot of NK this year. I've seen a couple games from Pono. I mean, this is a really talented North Kingston team. They're sitting at first in Division 2. I know this is a tournament play, but you know, you have to mention that when talking about North Kingston. They moved down from Division 1 and they're doing a stellar job in Division 2 right now. So I'm expecting a good game between these two powerhouse teams.
Maybe a potential playoff matchup here early on in the season, non-league, but still kind of counts when it comes to, seeing how these teams perform against each other. After the face-off, it's going to be Tyler Cotto inside the trapezoid for Ponaganset again in the gray jerseys. Looking all right. Readable numbers. Skippers with a nice black uniforms though. Black, the signature color, is a nice gold look. As Subbins come in for the Skippers, moving down the ice and shooting is Ronan Gately. His shot misses. Try to rip one to the slot, no good. Off the missed attempt is back by Connor Sullivan, the junior defenseman, unable to get it through. Right point shot, also off the mark, 0-0 with 21:15 to go. Back there is Charlie Van Gordon picking it up at the right lane. Able to send it forward off the knee pad there. Looks like Anthony Murguita back in net for Ponaganset. And wide open, one-on-one Omar Afawai loses control. Left it alone, and Christian Mathis, the lone goalie, not going to face a shot there. On the opposite end, the save coming in for Murguita.
That was a great save there, Tim. I mean, some really good hockey to start here. I'm excited to be here. Obviously, all these holiday tournaments are always the best time in Rhode Island hockey. The vibes are immaculate here. And, so far we've got some really good gameplay, Tim. I'm excited for the rest of this one.
In the days after Christmas, before New Year's, everyone's in a pretty happy, jolly mood during, this vacation period for most students and some parents even. All here today on this Friday afternoon. Picking it up, Ben Coleman, cross-ice pass over into Jonah Reynolds. Skips back ahead to the senior defenseman. 3 points on the year, all three being assists. As he sends it forward, sets up the puck at the corner and over to the board. Garrett Scott clearing out, retrieved by Reynolds on the interception. Put back forward by Ben Coleman behind the red line. Picked up by Ponaganset, goes across, back over to Van Gordon. Center circle, fires away. Taken down by Murguita.
Tim, we've seen a lot of pressure from North Kingston so far. It's been some really good play out and out by both of these teams, and North Kingston's really laying it on them. I mean, this is a team that just last year was getting mollywopped in Division 1, so to see them come in to compete right now is really good to see. I'm very happy for North Kingston, and they're playing really well right now. They're putting on a shooting clinic early in this first half.
Skippers playing very aggressively. This game brought to you by Iron and Steel Threads, on a mission to bring the game to more people and communities across the nation. We create products that help share our love for hockey, and we donate a portion of every sale to making youth hockey accessible to more families. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code FOSports10 to get 10% off your purchase. Find them on Instagram at ironsteelthreads. First penalty of the game against North Kingstown's captain. 2-minute minor, 5-on-4 for the Chieftains here. First opportunity on offense for a potential upper hand goal. Tyler Gerby is taken away. Short-handed look. The puck is left alone. Poked at. Gately on the move there. Could have had a shot on goal. Kodo moving down the ice to the middle. Shot goes through two defenders. No good. Kick back out to the outside. Skipper's trying to clear. Top of the blue line. It is Jake Steinkamp, the captain, slipping up. Back over to the boards. Shot rammed to the outside, no good. 19:10 to go. Chip back near the crease. No one there to punch it in. Back over. Tyler Gerby trying to get a correction. Troy Gerby trying to get a shot off, and now breakaway look. Here is Randall's shot falling wide left. No good, still 0-0, under 19 to go. Skipper ran behind again. Picked up by Mergita, left alone, and picked by Steinkamp over to Kodu. Kodu sent to Scott. Scott is poked and taken away. Steven Mbai, shot on goal, no good. Trying to get the rebound look. Is broken up. Brennan Printer on the defensive stop right there. In traffic, puck freed up. Rebound look for Mbai, no good. Stopped short by the defense of Ponaganset. Moving back down, Coleman sweeps across Scott, spins around. Stuck at the boards, kicks out, top of the blue line, shot wide left, sent over to the corner board. 18:05 to go, 15 to go, and no score yet coming off the Chieftains. You know, Jay, you said earlier, playing aggressively, and you're kind of showing it right there with that sort of offensive look.
You know, Tim, this North Kingston team plays with a lot of pace, a lot of pressure, and it really shows that they have that experience at the higher level. You know, they play fast, they play hard, and that gets these Ponaganset guys a little ruffled. Their feathers a little ruffled here.
Division II pack this year. NK, one of the couple of teams that has dropped down to D2. I know East Greenwich and the Togi Co-op, I believe, dropped down as well. So certainly a shake-up in Division II this year. Back on the outside and behind is a pass for Omar Alfawez. Back over to Scott. Scott is broken up. Pushed back to the slot and safely recovered. Anthony Mergita, the sophomore. Third straight start for him, including the 3-0 league win versus that Cranston Co-op. 17:30 to go, still scoreless. 5 in. We're back to a 5-on-5. At the right circle, face-off. There is Hunter Hornstein, the freshman for North Kingston. And it looks like Brennan Printer at the other end, talking with the referee. And we'll have a Chieftain come in there for another minor call. They now slam the door shut. $17.5 to face off. It looks like a 5. Still have to stop the crease. Still looks to be even strength, as it looks like a major assessed against Ponaganset. They're going to be out for a long while here. Picked off by Kodu, sends it ahead. Chased down, won by Ben Coleman. Skipper maintained on defense. Back to the neutral third. It's Gerby to Kodu. Will put it back behind again on the dump off. Hard hit there. Man down for the Chieftains, and gonna have to take an official's timeout there. 16:59 to go. That is the captain, Troy Gerby, able to get up in time.
Yeah.
Stop the play there.
Yeah, Tim, you know, Gerby, I gotta take a look at him after that. He went head first into the boards. Gotta hope he's okay. Evaluate him for a concussion. Make sure everything's all right with his back and his neck. You never like to see something like that, Tim. Head first into the boards is hard to see, and especially at such a young age. I mean, he's a senior, but still a kid, and you gotta hope he's gonna be all right after that hit.
Yeah, the high school level, man. Really hate to see that. You know, just hoping the best. So much ahead in the future, you know. Here is Van Gordon to pick it up behind the red line. Lets it go ahead, taken away. Kodu, shot to the far right side, is knuckled down by Mathis.
You know, Tim, Kudu is one of the more talented guys in this Ponaganset team. He's got an assist in league play this year. I've got all the league stats for Pono and for North Kingston. Kudu's a spectacular player. He plays with a lot of aggression, a lot of energy, and he's literally everywhere on the ice. It feels like, almost anywhere you look, he's there, and he's always in a really good spot, and that just comes to his vision and his mentality, Tim.
Quick left shot by Devin Deshay, snagged and bagged by Mathis. Good reads there. Also faced another shot early on in the face-off, also saved by Mathis off deflection. Solid game thus far for the senior goalie. Looking to hopefully win one with his squad as a lone goalie on the skipper squad. Sent back into the defensive third for North Kingstown. Out left is Devin Holmes on the outside. Moves back to center. And contested as it's put back. Slammed out to the blue line. It's picked off and taken back away is Holmes. Maintaining the outside look, dumps it off behind, back up forward, and goes across off the wall. Picked back up by the Skippers. Puck sent outside again. Off the head as it's going to be sent to the corner by the 14 of Christian Sanders, junior defenseman. First time we've called his name today. 15:25 to go. Rammed up to the corner. Back out, and Jonah Reynolds picking it back up again. Printer in chase. Stuck at the boards. Is the Skipper able to free one up? No good there. Ponaganset on the turnaround. Launching attempt by Printer is a short block by traffic. Gerby trying to push it back in. Instead, Hunter Hornstein trying to make something out of nothing. Under 15 to go as it's broken up again. Skipped out wide. Cross ice over to center. It's Steinkamp breaking free. Fires away! Struck in! First goal for the Chieftains. 1-0. They have the lead.
Steinkamp, a great player, Tim. He's got 2 goals in the league season. He's their leading scorer for Ponaganset, and he is a great player as he takes down the 23 of North Kingston coming through the high five line. But what a play, and what a player Steinkamp is. He really is a spectacular talent. And, he's one of their better seniors on the team.
Steinkamp, very late hit accidentally on the 23 of Charlie Randall, but either way, stamping his way for the first goal of the game and for Ponaganset. 14:25 to go. Skipped out. Kodu again. Dumps it off back behind. Steinkamp, the captain, back there again. Could pick up his second if he's able to break free. Instead, it's the pass over to the slot. It's Kodu there, unable to get the shot off. Freed away in time. Gerby launches, and it's back over to the defensive zone. Back over to the neutral zone with the Skipper pass. And this flies up high. It stays in bounds. 13:42 to go. Nice little swivel. Chase down. Across the red line is Alfawaz. Puts it back into the attack zone. At the wing. Moving it down. Malagaya trying to find a man. Overshot. Not reached in time. 13:14 to go. And launched again. Icing the call. 13:06 to go.
I want to circle back to that play up there. Malagaya had a really great move in the middle, just couldn't get anything, any final product, and some really good play overall. I mean, North Kingston, who has their way with most of their opponents, is struggling against this Ponaganset team.
Ponaganset 1-2 in regular season play. Got their first one again versus Crest, and had a major win yesterday versus Cumberland as another shot by Prenter is recovered by Matheson. So on the come up, the Chieftains are just trying to use this tournament as a way to get back to speed and get back to the strong regular season team they were for the past couple of years at this point.
Yeah, you know, they're using this as a boosting ground or a launch point. We know how good they can be. We just need to see how they can get back to that point, and this tournament would be a great opportunity. They're coming out of this one firing.
This puck taken in on the motion by Van Gordon. Van Gordon over to Holmes. Holmes remaining on the outside end and goes back to the trapezoid. This puck taken backyard by Printer. Sent back out front onto the street and pushed back in by Sullivan. .12:15 to go as it's sent across back to Kodu. Kodu under duress on his left end and still able to keep himself with the puck. Loses control, man down, but shot by Ryan D'Alessio at the last moment, doesn't go in. Left side look, top of the circle, off target. Tyler Gravy chasing down again, sets up an NK substitution change. Launch back out, man wide open, unable to get the puck in time though. Printer was there, unable to complete the turnaround. Blue line picked up, and looks like a offsides call.
Yeah, you know, just over the line a little too early there, Tim, a little overzealous, and gets the offsides on a really good move. Just couldn't find the spacing to properly make that a legal play.
Inside the neutral zone, the faceoff goes past the blue line, but picked up by Ponaganset quickly. Alfawa stuck at the lane. Hornstein, hard hit taken there. Able to maintain control, shot on goal is no good. 11:04 to go. Alfawas, cross. Slap shot coming in from Ben McFay. It doesn't make it. Instead, it's Johnny Green, the receiver. Go over to Reynolds. Reynolds fires away. This one's off the mark as it's going to be another save by Murguita. He's had a very good performance this tournament thus far. Circling back, moving. Right lane shot, no good from the circle. Take it in, the bullet Murguita.
Another great save by Murguita, Tim. You know, a lot of football managers for soccer, they say you want to build from the ground up, and Ponaganset has really done that. They have a really good goaltender, a really great defense, and that allows their offense to move more fluidly and to flow better, and that's why they're winning in this game right now.
Certainly keeping this lead alive as well in a game that can quickly change just off one goal. 10:15 to go, and it's back into the attacking third. Steinkamp with it, trying to free himself, circling around and dumping it back to the corner. Ends there, 1-on-2 puck battle, freed up by Printer. Printer analyzing, fires over the left circle, batted away after the shot attempt. Kicked out in time, but pushed back out. Skipper, man, misses his first, tries the second, and no goal coming in for Charlie Randall. He was elite coming in, 5 points, all of them being goals. And had a huge blowout win yesterday over the East Greenwich Tollgate squad. Was a D2 matchup on the technical. .19 to go. It's back over the left end, rifled away. Printer. Nothing going for him. Score remains 1-0.
You know, Tim, Charlie Randall really has a nose for the goal. So the fact that he wasn't able to convert there was surprising for me. I mean, you mentioned it, 5 goals on the year in league play. He's a spectacular player, and he shows game in, game out his offensive presence. And once again, he's making that presence known.
Randall, a name to watch out for Ponaganset if they want to keep their 1-0 lead alive. Game brought to you by Iron and Steel Hockey. They're on a mission to bring the game to more people across the nation. Great products to help share our love for hockey, and we donate a portion of that as this one goes up high. Great products to help share our love for hockey, and we donate a portion of every sale, making youth hockey accessible to more families. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code UFOSports10. That's sports with a Z at the end to get 10% off your purchase. Find them on Instagram at ironsteelthreads. No goal on the Ponaganset attack as the Skippers trying to get their first goal of the day. 8:35 to go. It's Holmes behind. Analyzing. Sends it to the outside. Top of the blue line. Nothing there. Taken away. The icing forced to be picked up at the corner by Coleman. Coleman in duress. Escaping is the puck, but it's Tyler Gerber on the receiving end after the pass by his brother. And passes it right back to the defensive zone for North Kingstown. Forced to clear things out again. Chieftains backing away to the neutral zone. Kudu forcing the puck out of Reynolds with his pass. This is back over, another icing call. Still 1-0, 7:42 to go.
7 minutes to go in this first half, Tim, and I think we're starting to see who these teams really are in this game. It seems that North Kingston is putting a lot of pressure on, while Ponaganset is a really defensively stout squad, and I think that's going to be really consistent through the second period. It's going to be whether or not Ponaganset can convert on those counterattacks as to whether or not they're going to stay in the lead in this game.
And for Ponaganset, how do you keep up the defensive pressure with, North Kingstown being so aggressive right now?
Tim, I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be your defensive presence. And right now they've got a strong one. And, defense is the best offense, some people say. And I think that that's true, especially in this situation, especially in a sport like hockey. You have to have a really stellar defense, and they have that. They've got a lot of really good defensive pieces. Obviously, the Gerby brothers are two spectacular defenders, along with the rest of the pieces on that team. I mean, a lot of really good upperclassmen. Some of the underclassmen help out as well. So I'd say that it's the defense that's going to keep them in this game.
Just an all-man effort, well said, Jay. This one going to the outside to the chase down. Steinkamp able to 3-1 out. Nothing there going for him. He misses wide left. Pushed back by DeLethio to the neutral zone. Back over. Kodo slap shot coming in from the neutral zone. No good. Was a short off of a defender. The right lane, pushed into the attacking third. Hornstein slips up, picked back up by the man above him in number, Johnny Green. Now passed over, attempt to the outside, tipped by Kudu, able to reach its target. Van Gordon able to push it in. Steinkamp all alone on the right lane, circling the wagons back and spinning around for his attempt. Goes out wide off the knee pad. Steinkamp receiving again, under duress behind, fires away, off the mark. Printer trying to push it to the slot. No one's there but a skipper. Van Gordon accredited with the offensive breakdown. Back into the neutral third is Gerby. Loses the puck. 1-on-1 at the board. Pushed back out to the blue line. A stop and play. 6:08 to go. And we'll stop at 6 minutes and a second.
Tim, that front line for Ponaganset and that pass lineup was putting on the pressure. They were pouring it on like it was very easy to play that offense there. And there's a spectacular front line, those three.
Like you said, spectacular to stop that advance. Ponaganset with the puck now. They set it up high, and that'll hit the back of a Chieftain, it looks like, or maybe the top of the board of the bench. Either way, we got to stop and play.
Tim, going back on about that front line, Steinkamp and Kudu, both seniors. Both on that front line, they play really well together. And they're a really big source of this offensive attack and their pressure, and obviously they combined for the goal. And, you know, they're both seniors. They're one of the better duos in the history of Ponaganset High School hockey, and they're going to be missed next year. Their presence will be felt. Their presence will be missed on this team next year.
There are two major pieces of this puzzle that have helped Ponaganset be so successful these past couple of seasons. And last year, you want to make it count. Maybe get a ring for both of them as they head towards very, very seen path of graduation. It's chased around Coleman by Kudu. Slams across the ice, picked back up. Troy Gerby dumps it off to the corner. Chased down. Kudu up ahead, unable to beat the skipper man. And it's taken away by Coleman, the defender. And broken away. 3-on-2 up front. Right circle shot. Forces Margita up high, but it misses. Kudu on the other end with a little revenge look going across, and that one wide as well. Goes right by Mathis.
Couple great shots there, just couldn't connect him.
4:35 to go with another shot look. Here's another one by Gerby. Pritchard was there for the rebound, but he's unable to force it in. And helmet off. Forces a stop and play. And some parents, cheering that on for the effort.
You know, Tim, going in for a hit like that, obviously we've given Charlie Randall his flowers, but going in for a hit like that and then getting knocked down by the guy you're trying to hit and losing your helmet has got to be some aura points lost. You know, that was, some would say, embarrassing, Tim.
Yeah, hasn't been a good day for Randall. He also got accidentally knocked down on the celebration by Steinkamp too.
Yeah, he's had a slow day today and some bad luck when it comes to getting hit so far.
Maybe a New Year's resolution to avoid situations like that. If you're Randall. 4:07 to go, another stop and play, and Matt Malagaya really unhappy, questioning what he did wrong, and now he has to suffer the consequences of his actions. A 2-minute minor for him.
Yeah, it was a big hit on Sabatos. He's only a sophomore, but he's a really small guy, so hitting him against the boards like that is going to get a penalty 10 out of 10 times, especially with a big guy like Malagaya. Now
a man down, prime chance for Ponaganset to extend their lead, and Steinkamp with the immediate shot off the faceoff. Stopped short by the goalie. 3:58 to go as we're still in play. Steinkamp spinning around over to the circle. Taken away. Short-handed movement. Stephen Mbai trying to generate something.
Tim, something I noticed, Christian Mass is the only goaltender on the roster for North Kingston. Not very normal as far as I'm aware. When I see a roster for hockey, usually I see 2, 3, 4 goaltenders. Only the one here for North Kingston, whereas there's 4 on the roster for Ponaganset. It was something I found kind of interesting, especially because Mathis is a senior. He's leaving next year. They're going to find a replacement option for him.
Yeah, and for the Skippers, it's basically ride or die with Mathis. If he doesn't do good one game, or for a couple of games, you're still gonna have to stick with him. If you're injured, someone on that North Kingston bench is gonna have to fill in for him. It's just a matter of who.
I'm sure they have an emergency goaltender, but yeah, the question is who. You've got to wonder what would happen if they were to lose him for a long part of the season.
Cross ice, Gerby to Gerby. No good off the slam look. Minute 15 on the 5-on-4. Chieftains back up front, 3-on-2, facing 2 defenders, shot up high. Snapshot, left point, no good. Halfway to go in the power play. 3:05 to go. Freed out to the corner, no icing, put back behind, and sent forward again by the goalie Margita. Pass to Troy Gerby. Gerby tried to get it over to Steinkamp, didn't realize he had it. Gerby forced to rush over to the boards, spinning around, finds his brother, shot on goal is taken down on the low by Mathis, a lone goalie.
You know, Gerby to Gerby probably being one of the more flowing calls I've heard from you in our time together, Tim. You know, it would have been, imagine the scenes if it was a Gerby to Gerby goal. I mean, those two are obviously spectacular defenders, but their offensive output is also something that shouldn't be shorthanded. And they're shortchanged. And I mean, what they are able to do on both sides of the ice is great.
2:33 to go. Would love to see a brotherly connection goal this game, or maybe those next games coming up on Saturday, 12 and 1:30. Here on the Fans Only Sports Network. Past the blue line and picked up by Kudu again as he faces the hammer. Hard hit by Van Gordon. He has the puck.
That's it. Van Gordon's such an aggressive player. And what a huge hit on Kudu. And a delayed trip there. But what a big hit on Kudu, Tim. I mean, just sent him flying and got ice on his back now. You got to imagine he's a little shaken up after that one, a little embarrassed as well.
And I talked a little bit about some of these hits with Andrew yesterday, and taking a hit like that has you gassed out. I mean, you're not 1 second you have the puck, next thing, you're on the ice and you're out of breath, and now you gotta take a couple minutes for a breather there. Kudu is subbed out as it's a minute 56, as we have a Ponaganset man in the penalty box now, 5-on-4 for North Kingstown after they survive their short-handed disadvantage. Back behind. Push from center. Moving down. Gately lets it go. At the blue line, chipped away. Free attempt. Puck. The middle is clogged up. No call by the referees. Ponaganset wanted it. And now moving swiftly, Randall. Puck slammed off the wall. Brew. Back up front, the right lane left alone to the point. Ricocheted off the wall 45 seconds ago in the first half. 41 on the 5-on-4. It's going to be until the end of the half. Puck skips all the way across, and the Skippers have possession. But 30, another hard hit taken. Wheels across. "12 seconds to go. Put outside. 7 seconds. Icing the call. 5.9 to go. Sets up Ponaganset for what could potentially be a buzzer-beating goal or last-second goal here.
Yeah, they still have an opportunity, a really big opportunity. And let's just talk about that power kill from Ponaganset. Obviously not over yet, but they've done a really good job here, minimizing the shot attempts and the attacks from North Kingston, while also providing their own pressure themselves. Just a really good job on the power kill from Ponaganset, even with the 4 seconds left on the power play.
2 seconds, 1, and we are not going to get a repeat of the end of the first half of last game. Cam forced the one to put it down with 1.4 in the half there, that last game. Instead, it's 1-0. Ponaganset over North Kingstown here. End of the half, we will send you to a commercial break as we'll have the Zamboni do its thing, and we'll be back with you for the second. Well, welcome back to the Fans Only Sports Network. The second half of action here at Levy. It's Ponaganset up 1-0 versus the North Kingston Skippers. Tim Bean on play-by-play here with Jay Costa. Lovely halftime conversations about how these teams have been performing, and this is a hard hit there. But North Kingstown down 1, still a gettable game for them. How can they improve here, Jay?
Tim, it's going to be a lot of attacking pressure. They're a very fast-paced team. They're pacing, they're spacing. It's going to be what wins them this game if they can come back.
That spacing all too important in hockey, especially at the slot. North Kingstown probably going to have to clog that up at all costs. This back over to the alternate captain, Ben Coleman. And this game brought to you by Iron and Steel Hockey. Here's a chase down there, and that is all the way off-centered. And safe to say, you need to move it a little bit, put it back to center, Jay.
Yeah, love a good pile-up crash. I thought that was pretty funny, honestly. They obviously barreling through the net off the pegs. Obviously, everyone's okay, so it's pretty funny. But we got a face-off center ice now. Some good hockey on the docket. Very excited for the second half of action, Tim.
All right, let's try this again. This game brought to you by Iron and Steel Threads, on a mission to bring the game to more people and communities across the nation. We create products to help share our love for hockey, and we donate a portion of every sale to making youth hockey accessible to more families. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code FOSports10. That's sports with a Z. To get 10% off your purchase. Find them on Instagram at ironsteelthreads. 21:15 to go. 1-0 still. It's the Chieftains up on top. 21-10 now in play as it's backed out and past the blue line. Charlie Van Gordon has to pick it up. It's a pass cross ice. Devin Holmes still in control and forced to cough it up. Scott and Alphawa, the pressure there. Back at the corner boards.
Look at how
34 to go.
Look at how fast-paced North Kingston is playing, Tim. I think that first half really set a fire into their butts, and they're trying to compensate for the lackluster play they had in the first half.
Skippers down 1 really need that extra energy, that extra boost here if they want to stay in this game and try and tie things up here. Troy Gerby entering the game, already rushing down and trying to clear things out. He does pretty well as it's back over to the defensive third for North Kingstown. Under 20 to go here in the half. To the right lane, back to center circle. It's the Johnny Green, 1-on-2 in front. Left wing, moving it down off the nice pass. Jake Steinkamp to center, loses it, maintaining the control, able to free it away, misses wide right, off target. Cleared out by the Skippers, 19 and a half. Icing, no. Play will resume. Back to the corner. Coleman's there. It's Printer on the pressure. Kodu coming in. He's made an impact early, as you said before, Jay, and now back over to the left wing for Ponaganset. Gerby. Pass is taken away easily by Van Gordon, able to clear things out. At the ref crease, put back to the Skippers. Coleman picks it up, circles about. Deflected by Scott. Still a Skipper able to maintain control, though, is Randall. Skippers pick it back up. Van Gordon is knocked away by Printer. Chieftains retain control. Randall skips out. Ahead and near is Brill. at the slot is clogged. Alfawaz in chase. Behind him is Gately. And out in front is Sullivan to pick it up. Goes across the ice for the pass to Van Gordon. The left lane at the circle. And a stop and play at the 17:47 mark.
Good play early here, Ian. You know, love the spectacular effort from both of these teams. I think there's a real fire coming out of the halftime break. I'm expecting a lot more for the rest of this period here, and you can really tell both of these teams want it, which is something that I was a little bit questioning in the first half for North Kingston.
Some clean ice and a little bit of rest really helping out with that, as I think the skipper Hornstein had some trouble with the door there. Able to sub in successfully. $17:45 to go. This goes out back to the trapezoid, and all alone is the skipper who's in the defensive zone to pick it up. Still at the road ice, Kodo the lone man there, trying to create some chaos. In the way is DeShays, stop the advance for a second. Now the alternate captain, Coleman, taking it behind the red line. Now back forward at center line and by. Under duress, Scott again, and Derby with some help too and creating some defensive pressure. This slams off. Back outside. Pushed ahead. One-on-one, Garrett Scott over to the corner, putting it back to the slot, nothing. Kudu breaks it up. Puts it back to the corner for the dump off. 16:45 to go. Put out, dump to the corner again. Closest is Van Gordon. Steinkamp to create some defensive pressure. Goes by, and this goes backyard again for the icing call.
You know, Tim, I think one of the big parts as to why Ponaganset has been able to hold their lead is their efficiency. Every possession, they are efficient. They move the puck around well, they shoot the puck well. But on the defensive end, they're laid back, they're playing strong. It's efficient on both ways, whereas North Kingston is playing rush, they're playing fast, which can be good at times, but at other times it's detrimental to what they want to do in their product on the ice.
Yeah, playing that fast, you know, Jay, could create some slip-ups here. Now rushing out of their own defensive zone, back into the neutral zone, past the blue line into the attack. Holmes has a man fall down for Ponaganset. Kick back outside, wide open. Two men in the slot for the Chieftains. Kick out to the right side, kept outside, now over to the middle. Shot on goal is going to be saved by Margita. Under 16 to go in the second half. Holmes over is Mbai. Back is Brew. One-on-one is freed up. The breakaway fails. Tyler Kirby. Or correction, Brennan Printer with a really open shot, unable to make the most of it.
I'd argue that that is the official's fault, Tim. I think that if his foot wasn't in the way, that would have been a goal for Ponaganset. That's my personal opinion, but just the way that that run looked, that move looked, that could have been dangerous if the official wasn't in the way.
Yeah, a little bit too fast there. He lost the puck. You know, you said off his skate. Cody Sabato centering in the faceoff. Not even strength, a pretty clean half thus far. 7 minutes into play here. Back out to the corner where it's going to be picked up by Coleman. Move over to the center circle. Kept to the right wing. Coleman lets it go. Man firing is Maxwell. He's unable to strike through. And this is going to be saved just in the nick of time by Murguita. 2 sticks on the ice, 1 already picked up, and the skipper, Maxwell, picks up his 15-10 to go.
Maxwell with a great move there. He's the one who really set that play up. He was the heart and soul of that that push there, that counter, and he really just couldn't get anything done with it. And Mergita, the freshman, able to save Ponaganset here from making this game level.
15 on the dot to go. At the trapezoid. At the corner. Skipper's trying to bring it back out to the slot man there. Green forced to kick out. Under duress, now batted by Reynolds. Puck battle, backyard. Man wide open, able to sling a shot. Coleman misses. Taken away. Alpha Wise. Transitions to the middle. Shot from the slot, no good. Slammed away by Maxwell. Chieftain skate down again. 1-on-4 essentially as Steinkamp able to create some space on the blink of the shot off. Gerby the rebound, no good.
And
under 14 to go.
Tim Mathias's unsure hands have proven to be a little bit of a problem in this second half. He's had a couple pucks that he's dropped. He's put his team in a dangerous position, and a lot of shots coming from Ponaganset in this possession.
Another aggressive shot off top by Tyler Gerby. Goes up high off the deflection. Cruising in and moving left. And poked away. Printer forced to pick up from the defensive zone. Back over, wide open. Tyler Kudu slams one ahead. Goes behind. Printer in contest with the referee. Now slipping over and dropping the puck. The shot, Randall unable to attempt. Left side look is Brian Flippin, and he misses. Weak snapshot coming in as the offensive attempt fails for the Skippers, and icing will be the call.
You know, Tim, that really comes down to one thing, and it's focus. We just saw 4 open shot attempts from North Kingston go wide, and that comes down to missing in your hand-eye coordination. It comes to absolutely whiffing on the puck, which is a product of hand-eye coordination being poor.
12:55 to go as we reach near the halfway point here this second half. Get another stop here. This game brought to you by Iron and Steel Threads. Iron and Steel Threads on a mission to bring the game to more people in communities across the nation. We create products to help share our love for hockey, and we donate a portion of every sale to making youth hockey accessible to more families. Go to ironsteelthreads.com and use coupon code FOSports10, that's sports with a Z. You get 10% off your purchase. Follow them on Instagram at ironsteelthreads.
You know, Tim, we really do need a graphic for that so that everyone can see the code on the screen while the game's playing as well. And while you're reading it, you know, we got to get someone in our graphics team on that.
Yeah, we used to have one of those things at the bottom of our broadcast, you know, the more things, blah, 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 at FO Sports. This would be a perfect time to have that.
Of course.
Of course, also helps to maybe have a little bit extra from the other company that has fans and only in its name as well.
Of course.
Shot wide right from the 18 of Ryan D'Alessio. Alpha is trying to chase it down. Coleman intercepts. Right wing, man at the middle. Keeps it to himself and dragged around. Van Gordon goes across. Mergita not making any sort of action to stop the puck as it's back behind the blue line, put back up front. Kicked out. 2-on-1 Printer. Man in chase, shot is free. No bueno on the attempt. 11.5 to go. Printer back in pressure. Kick out. Gerby. Slap shot. as the one-timer is snagged and bagged.
You know, I talked about Mathis's unsure hands, but that right there was a really good snag by him. You've got to give him some credit. It was not the greatest shot in the world, but he was able to catch it with ease. And we've got a face-off now in the far circle in their defensive zone.
Stephen Mbai is certainly not happy right now. Just slammed his stick at the boards. Quick shot coming in. Stopped by the goalie, Mathis. 11:08 to go. Icing going to be the call.
Yo, Tim, and Mbai's got to be careful where he swings his stick. In this economy, hockey sticks are expensive. Do not want to have to buy a new one of those, so he's got to be careful where he's swinging that around. Doesn't want to break it on anything.
Yeah, this is a pretty, not gonna lie, this is a pretty expensive sport. You know, so if your stick snaps on that, sorry, man. Time to go to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Have a replacement for the end of the season, so you can get a new one in the summer.
Picked up at the middle by North Kingston. Kirby trying to take control. Now the board battle near the penalty box. Picked up by Kudu at center circle. Kudu trying to create some space, trying to speed away, but it's cleared out in time. Missed wide by Printer. Steinkamp trying to jam it right back in. Kudu with a couple of pokes here and there. Dangling. And over to the left board. Trapped at the corner. Puck not freed out. Man shoved down. Trying to reel it back in. It's Ponaganset. One-timer coming in. No good. Troy Gerby.
Couple really good shots there, Tim. Just couldn't connect with the back of the net at the end of the day.
Yeah, even if those shots don't go in, some fantastic pressure going on here by Ponaganset. They miss another. It's really sending that message as Tyler Gerby readies and is good.
Wow, Tyler Gerby, what a shot, what a goal, and they are stunning this North Kingston team this afternoon here.
A 2-0 lead for the Chieftains. 9:53 to go. Tyler Gerby on the outside, wide open all day and all pay as he's able to snipe one through. 2-0.
Now, you know how impressive that is, Tim? From the close side, all the way from the blue line, able to curve that around the defender and into the top left corner of the net. That is spectacular placement from a spectacular player.
The defenseman has his first goal of the game and first goal or his first point of the season if we count this as an official D2 matchup.
Both him and his brother have now recorded a goal this season. Very impressive from the Gerby family.
The Gerby's hoping to see their names announced a lot more. Tyler Kudu on the assist. 9:14 to go in play as the skipper is down 2-0 now. A little bit of trouble. The alternate captain Coleman able to rip one off, and Regita reads it beautifully. Good save by him as he bats it away. Rush down is Scott. Transitioning, left wing, Coleman poking. Has a man off a wise, is too late with his stick. Back over to Alpha Wise. Steinkamp. Shot!
Wow.
On the top shelf! Finds the cookies. 3-0. Ponaganset.
This game has really run away from North Kingston here, Tim. Steinkamp with a 1-of-1 shot, fading away off his back foot and puts it into the top close corner of the net. Just some great play from Ponaganset. And you know, they're listed as the guest, but this really has been like a home team. They really have played like the home team here in their home arena.
Two big booms in the second half for Ponaganset, able to extend once again their largest lead of the day.
Ponaganset really does bring the boom, Tim, huh?
That's what they do. It's Printer again driving over to the slot. Steinkamp sneaks one in!
A hat trick for Steinkamp.
All day for the captain. 8:30 second of the half. And as you said, marks a hat trick for Steinkamp.
And, he's had a great senior season. North Kingston doesn't have an answer right now. It's really unraveling right now. They haven't lost a game this year. This will be their first if things continue the way it's going right now.
The Chieftains exploded yesterday in their huge 8-3 win versus their opponent yesterday. I kind of forgot the name. That's how bad it was. Actually, no, I'm sorry. They played Cumberland yesterday. Please don't reprimand us. We apologize. 8:05 to go.
Assisted by number 44, Tyler Kuku, and number 77, Brennan Brinko.
They're trying to move away. Printer over to Kudu. Skips one up ahead.
Tim, Ponaganset really has been playing above where a lot of people expected them to be this year. They lost a lot of key pieces over the past couple years, obviously the graduation, and what they've been able to do with their roster this year is impressive. They started slow, but they're starting to pick up form, and I think that's the thing about this Ponaganset team. Their culture is built and defined off of what they're doing in the moment, not what's expected of them. And I think that what they're able to do is this is their top ability, their top potential, and coming into the playoffs, they're going to be a team that nobody wants to play.
No doubt about it. This team last season, first in goals scored, first in goals allowed. Top and bottom, this Chieftains team, one of the championship faves, just have to, play like this all season. 6:35 to go. As it's going back behind. And quick question, Jay, I'm thinking in my mind, you just gave them, this is like 4 big booms, if you're taking someone in a fight, are you taking Big Justice or the Rizzler?
Ooh, probably Big Justice. He's a little bit older. It's getting to that kind of time of the game, isn't it, Tim? 4-0, we're running out of things to talk about hockey, huh?
Shot on goal is taken down by Mergita, and it was worse yesterday. We somehow managed to pull through, though. This is only 4-0, though, so until the Skippers get their first goal,
I will say one thing about this ice hockey rink while we're off topic. The music that they play is spectacular. This has been in my playlist lately, Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. The music they play is on point always here. One of the best parts about working at this rink.
Yeah, it's got everything, Nice little setup here by ourselves. The music here, the cafe. I'm just saying. This is the place to be. As the shot is through traffic, but read well by Margito. As it's broken away.
Yeah, he's young, but he's talented. He's going to be here for 3 more years after this. Magita is the real deal, Tim.
Moving down the left lane is Reynolds. Steinkamp on his knees right now, able to put it up top. Bad choice of words by me. 5:17 to go.
I think a big problem for North Kingston right now is their main source of offense has really been put in a box today. Randall, Charlie Randall, a spectacular player, but he can't do anything by himself, and they haven't been able to give him the good enough looks from the able to take shots at will. He's really had to do everything for this North Kingston team today.
Yeah, Randall has 5 out of the 11 goals that the Skippers have scored so far this season. That's just how important Randall has been to this attack for North Kingstown. And so far, nothing going for him. He's on the ice right now, and in the penalty box, it's Chieftain. So if they want to make a comeback right now, this is the time to do it. As they enter the timeout. You know, what should they be talking about, North Kingstown here? What should they be strategizing at this point? Down 4.
I mean, down 4, 5 minutes to go. You need about a goal a minute here to win this game, which is doable. There's no reason why they couldn't do it. It's just going to be about attacking pressure. They need to go all out here. I mean, just looking at their lineup, they've got a big lineup. They're going to be aggressive. They're going to need to play hard because this Ponaganset team is not going to concede at the moment. There's no reason why Ponaganset's going to slow down. They're going to keep trying to score goals. And so North Kingston needs to counter that with some aggressive play. They need to shake them up, knock them down. It's going to be like street hockey here, Tim. It's going to be a lot of aggressive play if they want to win this.
Yeah, a goal a minute sounds crazy, but you realize what Ponaganset just did to extend from 1-0 to 4-0 in the matter of just a couple of seconds, maybe even just like a minute or two. And they did that yesterday as well, so definitely not out the realm a potential comeback effort. Down 4-0, team back of the wall.
Yeah, Tim, as crazy as it sounds, no lead is really too big in hockey unless it gets greater than like 6.
Either that or it's come to the point of a running clock situation. Hasn't reached this point yet. No way it hasn't reached this point. I think it's like a 10-goal lead as the shot is grabbed by Mergito.
We most likely won't get a running clock to the last 2 minutes here if the scoreline doesn't change. We saw a running clock at the end of last game, I do believe, right?
I'm not sure.
I think it was running for a little bit. I could be wrong, but when I got here, it looked to be running at a 4-2 scoreline.
Kick back to the outside. Yeah, this is going to be freed away again. Garrett Scott trying to pull up ahead. Devin Holmes wins the battle this time.
See what I mean, Tim? They're not going to concede at all right now. They're not going to sit back and play defense. They still want more. They're still hungry. And now with only 4 minutes left, they're going to need to ramp up the pace, North Kingston that is, if they want to win this game.
The right point. Put up top of the blue line. Holmes, pass, left side. Trying to ring one in, no good. Skipper still scoreless. One of their better chances today, and they fail to convert it with another clear out.
They really are rattled in front of the net, Tim. Don't mean to interrupt you there, but just another opportunity goes begging because they can't finish when it matters the most.
Garrett Scott putting the pressure on with his hit. Now point blank, and a hard hit there, another hard hit. And a third, another shove. 3:29 to go, and safe to say the point blank look did not go in.
Yeah, one of those, that was, I think that Ponaganset can really afford that scuffle there, but at the same time, you have to think that it was a dumb decision. I mean, even with the lead, you've got to, place it, time and place, and that right there was not the move, not the right idea. And now they're down down 2 men, actually, for at least 30 seconds, and down a man. It's 4-on-3. But it's not what you want right now, especially when you're trying to hold a lead.
If you want to look at it positively, some extra space on the ice to make something happen. 3:29 to go. 4-on-3.
4-on-5 now, actually. They brought the men on the free side.
Wow. Yes, it looks like there'll be major penalties assessed, so they'll be out the rest of the game, I'd imagine. Back out. Up top, shot, fires, no good. Rebound look, off the mark as well, and they are not happy at all. Whistles by all the referees as they try to calm the situation.
There's the young freshman getting hold back there. The number 1 of Majida. And I mean, that's a big guy right there. All the pads on. Just wow. That's not someone I want to tussle with, especially with all that padding on right now. And North Kingston, not afraid of a little bit of a challenge, runs into him and starts a little bit of a fight there.
Kick outside after the face-off is Hornstein. Puts it back to the middle. Another opportunity there. It's in traffic. 3:10 to go. Pick back out, and Coleman forced to let the power play expire. 5-on-5 as Printer already making some impact plays here. Under 3 to go.
It's in winding down. It just feels like North Kingston is playing scared. I don't really know if they know what they're doing on the ice right now. It just really hasn't been their game in this second half of the second half.
I think playing scared, down 4. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You allow a goal, down 5 now. I think you just got to put all your marbles out there and see what you can do here if you are the Skippers.
Yeah, they really should see what they have in these younger guys at this point in the game. Not going to win it right now. It just doesn't seem like it at this point. They're bringing out a line of a lot of more proven guys. These are the older line. Obviously, a comeback's still possible, but in 2 minutes, it's highly unlikely. I mean, you've got less than a minute to score less than a minute each per goal. I mean, it's really not looking like they're going to come out with this one.
Another glare, another icing, another face-off. 2:18 to go. Moving down is a 14 of Christian Sanders. Stopped on the play with a save by Mathis.
And Mathis with another good reach and grab there. That one probably would have gone wide if he let it go, but still a good choice to hold that one and allow a face-off to let his guys come back here.
Readies and goes wide, under 2 to go. The shot by Devin Deshays. Deshays on the end again. That puck skipped out. And another point blank opportunity. Doesn't convert. Doesn't really matter here. Still up 4. Alpha Waz dribbles 5. And that's going to miss. Minute 30 to go. Taking his sweet time. A minute 20 to go. To the board. And the hard hit there as Steinkamp picks it up off the loose puck. He slips down and is taken down against the board. Kudu. Left circle on Ponaganset's POV. Alpha was taken down. Yeah, stop at 40.9 to go.
We got 40 seconds left. It's looking pretty out of reach here. It'd be about a goal a second to tie it up. Or a goal every 10 seconds to tie it up. Not looking great for North Kingston. So, it's been a great game. North Kingston kept it close for a long time. Ponaganset, a spectacular game. They're going to build off of this one for later in the season, Tim.
They'll play tomorrow as well. We'll try and pick up the schedule there for your viewing eyes. We'll stop here on the 28th tomorrow at 12. It's going to be Ponaganset versus the West Warwick West Greenwich squad at 12. And at 1:30, Burrowville versus North Kingstown. Timmy, a.k.a. me, on play-by-play.
Going to be a couple good games there, Tim. As we wind down here, obviously, shout out to Andrew and Kim, our producer and our camera. They've done a great job today, and without them, I don't know what we would have done, Tim.
It would have been a very tougher day without our lovely production and camera crews. Yeah, we're all the more grateful that we have a 4-man crew here today. We really don't have that, but, usually 2 or 3,
yeah,
usually 2. But,
we haven't had those in a while, back in the Fans Only Sports days of old. Game ends here, 4-0 Ponaganset, Tim. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better from a holiday tournament. great game from both sides. Just North Kingston let it slip towards the end there.
Ponaganset, another fiery second half there as they celebrate with their goalie. Christian Masters at the line waiting for the handshake menacingly as we reach our final game of the day. It's 4-0 Ponaganset over North Kingston. From Lever Rink, there's been Tim Meehan on play-by-play, Jay Costa on color, Andrew Fiore in production, and Kim Soto on camera.